Hello traders, this is the weekend wrap. We're going to go through the majors and then a few of the setups and a couple of my favorites such as the Great Britain AUD, Euro, New Zealand. It was an interesting week this week because we did have, I guess, a closure to the debt issues in the United States, at least a kicking the can down the road. And what we saw there was basically dollar weakness transpire from that, where I think the majority of traders were expecting a little bit of dollar strength. And now heading into the new week, we do know that we have quite a few traders sitting in short positions in the euro and the pound and so forth. And they're either going to be wrong or more likely we're going to see a spike higher and just close them out above these resistance levels that we're sitting at right now. So let's take a look at the Euro USD. You can see that this pair, ever since breaking through 134.50, has just been drifting sideways until on Thursday. Shorts that are in it, maybe up to the 137.50 area or so forth, and then that would be the real question. We can see if we then would have a push back down lower. We'll have to watch the sentiment though heading into the new week, where we could just watch the price action around this 137 level, because it could also be a key reversal point, and then we could see more consolidation in this range, where that has really been the motive that has been the way this pair has traded so far this year. Is it's broken into ranges, then consolidated, another range, consolidated, and then flip flop. But the theme of today is that most pairs are sitting at towards significant levels. Great Britain USD had been quite a beast this week. It looked as though it was going to break down and then break up and break down, break up. It couldn't really decide what it was going to do. It was getting better data, but everybody was sitting on the sidelines ahead of the U.S. decision. So we can see that the pair, though, is still following a trend line higher. I'm not too concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is if this pair stays above this 158.75, 157.50 area. I know it's a big range, but basically the 158.75, it continues to favor a push higher, and this trend line could very well guide it that way. And the first level of major resistance is 163.30, so we'll have to watch that when if the pair gets up to that level. And the Aussie, same thing. This one is very interesting. You can see that the pair, from its major decline lower, it had from the 105 level all the way down to the 87, let's just say 89 level. The pair has bounced back, and it clearly broke above this 0.382 fib at 95.10, which had been capping the price action. It now is all the way up towards the 50 fib, which comes around 97.14. That'll be a good level of resistance, and we'll be watching the pair to see if it breaks up into there. If we get a reverse there, it could just be a bounce all the way back down lower. So right now, the pair is playing the fibs, and we'll have to watch the how everything handles on that. But as long as the pair is above 195.09, it does favor a continued push to the top side. New Zealand, same thing, pair shooting higher. Well, it's not the same thing at all. Shooting higher, but it has resistance starting up around this 85.70 level, so you just have to watch that. That's about 80 pips higher. But for any pullback, you can see that this spike higher here, right about the 80, let's just say the 85 level. The 85 level should add support in the short term for any pullback, which could give you an opportunity to jump in for a month. It would only be 70 pips up to the top of the range. So you have to watch this. It could get heavy when it gets up towards the 85.70 level, or we could see a spike higher than a reversal here. This is what I was talking about in the euro pair. We could see it as the daily chart spike higher past that past the 137 level, and then a reversal here as people take their start jumping into the trade to the downside from that point on, and that could happen early in the week. But of course, once again, you have to watch price action. That's just educated guess. I'm thinking we could see in that cross. The USDJPY, this pair basically sideways track trading, but we can all see right here from just looking at this chart, it is riding the cross higher. riding this trend line higher, and as long as the pair remains above this trend line, which is what, around 97.20, favors continue to push higher. We could see 101 and 101.50 break this trend line, then all bets are off, and we could see a major pushback down. I would even say towards that 93.80 level. Let's look at some of the more exotics. Great Britain AUD. You can see this pair pretty slow going. It broke higher, broke that trend line. We're all jumping off the boat, and then it just kind of drifted between that 168.90, 170, let's just say 175 area. Now it's broken below. Looks like it could be in the new range, but it hasn't had much conviction and hasn't had much momentum in either direction. So just watch, as long as the pair remains below 168.90, favors to continue to push lower. So it could be a trading opportunity to put a trade in there with a stop. You're like 50, 60 pips above, looking for a push lower. The risk reward is nice, but well, if we get to put a little bit closer to it, but the momentum isn't selling me. Let's take a look at a 4-hour chart, and we'll go through let's say last 20 days. We can see that if we run a trend line here going down, I'm betting it broke it. It has broke it, but look, it's still following that trend line lower. This is a pair that basically doesn't know what it wants to do right now. So it could be difficult, but the risk reward is there. And you know, as long as you win more of those trades than you lose, or actually you could even lose more than you win, as long as the risk reward is correct. Euro New Zealand, last pair we're going to look at the 160 level. The cross is holding on right there. Could get a bounce, see a push back up higher. Actually, we're going to look at the Euro AUD also. Same thing. It's just sitting right here at this 142 level, basking in this trend. And it's trying to break lower, I guess, but it's not really having any momentum to the downside. That is it. This week had a good week trading the fibs, up about 200 pips. If anybody wants to find out how I'm doing my I guess it's basically a daily. It's not really scalping because I'm holding it for more than a couple minutes. I mean, most of the time I enter my trades between the Asian and the close of New York trading. So, and I try to not hold. I don't hold them overnight, and it has worked out very well. And if anyone wants to find out more, or you want to see any of these charts that I just talked about, they're all on the blog. Sign up today. You can be in as quickly as Monday. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.